JoJo's Bizarre Adventure always has one thing, and that's a healer. It allows Hidehiko Araki to go crazy with his battles, and it started that the healer portion started to pick up more around part 4 when he made his main character a healer, which means he was able to do a bunch of fucked up shit to all of his characters. So from every consistent part after that, there was always a healer of some sort. You have Giorno in part 5, another main character, but his healing was more replacing, and it was a lot more painful. Then you had Foo Fighter in part 6, and then you have part 7, which does end up being more hot pants than anything, but the crew can't have hot pants around all the time, and they're gonna have battles without her around, so they needed to have something else with them. And that thing was introduced in the second chapter of Gyro Zappelli's mission, that being Zombie Horse. Zombie Horse is really fucking weird. It's string that is able to heal all injuries that it can become attached to if it's sewed in there. Like, Gyro loses his foot, it gets completely blown off, or I guess it gets like blown open, and he's like bleeding heavily, and then he sews it back together, and it heals fine. It's a weird concept. They needed something to give the cast while they're going on their adventure to heal themselves without Hot Pants around, because Hot Pants' cream sprayer, it's not around always. They do run out of Zombie Horse, so it isn't infinite either. Around D4C, the Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap chapter, Johnny uses the last of it to heal his wounds he takes during that very fucking confusing segment. When it appeared on as a horse mantle on a rock, and it was left for Gyro by servants of the king of Italy. Johnny questions if it's a technique or if it's a stand, and Gyro denies it, and he just says it's just medicine. And that's kind of passable, given that Gyro and his family worked. The Zappellis were doctors along with executioners. But I got to thinking, and crackpot theory Matty time. This is me trying to figure out what Zombie Horse might have been, or what it was probably going to end up being. But there's really no evidence to support me in this. This is me tying pieces together from the fact that part 4 holds a lot of Christian or Catholic symbolism, with Jesus being literally a character in the series and him using his magic to give people stands. What if Zombie Horse is made out of threads of the Shroud of Turan? I don't know if I'm going to pronounce that correctly. In fact, you probably know I don't pronounce things very correctly. But what if it is made out of thread of the Shroud of Turan, which is the thread they used to wrap Jesus' body and bury him? And it would have come in the shroud itself in our world has a mural of him, and it is believed to be his face. But when something comes in contact with the corpse parts, they gain a stand ability. But what if the shroud has the healing ability because it came in contact with the corpse of the saint? So, given that Turan is in Italy, and that's where the Catholic Church is held, and these are where they send Hot Pants, and this is where Gyro comes from, and it's super Catholic. So I don't think it's too much of a stretch. I mean, it's a bit of a stretch. Don't get me wrong, especially since it looks like it's kind of made of a weird thready material, but it changes its kind of shit. It's fucking weird. Zombie Horse. That's just me trying to figure it out. Not gonna say I'm 100% accurate on that. That's just me thinking. But if you have any ideas for what Zombie Horse could be, please feel free to share them in the comment section below. And while you're at it, you might want to like and subscribe. I mean, that'd be cool.